Hola gente, this is Victoria and I'm an artist of everything cute. I overthink everything, which is a great quality when you're writing stories because then you start thinking the actions of the different characters, how it affects everyone and how everything can come together. But when it comes to art, it's really difficult for me to let loose and just create sometimes. Just do whatever first comes to my mind because I like everything to be planned. It's great when you're keeping a style, but sometimes when you want to experiment a little bit more, it can be a real pain. Last year I had a goal. I wanted to start painting more. I've been always doing digital art, but I wanted to do something more physical. So I began. What materials am I gonna use? What format? Will I change things on the design of my characters? Should I make them look more mature and less manga anime? And that's because I thought that just drawing manga I would never be taken seriously. So I had an idea. I would transfer one of my digital illustrations onto a canvas and I would paint that as a test. And it took so long to even decide what style I was gonna paint it in, if I was gonna render it out more, or if I was gonna do it mural style, in anticipation of me thinking, wow, murals are really cool and I would like to do one day. You should check out my mural video. And I just feel that all this overthinking in such an early stage stunts creativity. So this is what happened. Let's analyze what happened here. This is a 20 by 20 deep profile canvas. It has quite the texture on the surface. I had transferred this with a carbon copy transfer, so I printed it out and then I put some carbon copy paper underneath and traced it. I used acrylics and all of these are neon acrylics. I thought it was gonna look a lot better, but now that I've done a couple more paintings and illustrations, I kind of figured out that I like the look of pastel with neon as an accent rather than the main palette. Then I used a Posca marker to paint anything that is black, and I kind of gave up down here because I wasn't happy with how it was turning out, and that is pretty much everything that I've done with this. I let it to dry and I have not touched this in over a year. So I thought that we could fix it for a video. I set up a small tabletop easel to work on my desk, and I brought my cart of painting tools. I have all my paintings on this tall Alex IKEA drawer, separated by acrylics in different presentations and oils. I will be using Posca markers, liquitex basic and heavy body acrylics, and Holbein acrylics. My first step is to repaint her skin. I mixed the right skin tone for this character and I proceeded to cover up everything. I made sure to add some heavy body white so it would cover up really well. The canvas was shaking a lot, so I had to hold it down so it wouldn't move. Once the skin area dried, which was very quick because acrylics dry really fast, I started adding more blush. I mixed the peach skin tone with little drops of red neon acrylic paint. Little by little, I added more red to my mixture to get the blush to go deeper, and I applied it to the areas where I always add blush on my characters. Once I was happy with the skin, I moved on to the hair. I'm not going to completely cover what I had already done, but I will work on top of it to get the galaxy hair to look better. I'm using a lot of colors here: purple, light blue, blue, dark blue, pink, and lavender. I'm working with a filbert brush to get a dotted effect using very little paint, and I go over a lot of times with almost no paint on my brush to get it to mix. This character on my original illustration is wearing a black sweater on black background. So I painted her outfit first and did a little bit of the face outline, and I grabbed a black Posca marker to sketch the lines on her hair and eyelashes. After painting the mural, I figured out that I would much rather prefer to transfer every detail from my original illustration, but that's something I'll do for future paintings. This time, I gotta freehand it. After sketching the lines, I grabbed a thin line brush and I'm using Holbein fluid acrylics to ink it. I'm holding my breath with every line I make. Almost done. All I have left is to paint the background. I'm gonna make it all black, since it's the easiest to cover the sketching I had done before. This is when I jumped on Instagram Live and hung out with all you guys while I was finishing this. Thank you all who stopped by, it was really fun. Same as before, I'm using a Posca marker to do the small details. Afterwards, I did use a small brush to go over some of the larger bits that I just painted, with a heavy body acrylic to make it more opaque. And I think it's done. I'm gonna let it dry so it would all mat down, and once it's all perfectly dry, I will be coating it with liquitex satin varnish. I'll share quick videos of that on my Instagram for sure. And as a little extra, the neon paints glow under a black light. Do you like how it turned out? You can see more photos on my Instagram at SHOURIMAJO. As always, I want to thank my patrons for their support. They help me create more art and comics. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.